Hello, welcome to Conversations with Liz, where I'll be speaking with ordinary yet extraordinary vision impaired and blind people about their lives. I'll also be speaking with their family members and support workers. So grab a cuppa, sit back and enjoy. Good morning and welcome back to Conversations with Liz. Today we've got a lovely lady on the podcast. Her name is Jamie and she is married to my beautiful teacher, Zoe Grant, who a lot of people will know in Queensland. So welcome, Jamie.
Thanks. It was nice to be here.
So I thought it'd be great to get a perspective from a couple that the vision impaired person is married to a sighted person.
Yep.
And apparently you put your hand up for it, and I was really grateful because I didn't think Gary would put his hand up. He would be a bit shy, but I was really grateful when you put your hand up. Yeah, I'll do that. So that's my first question, I suppose, that how do you find living as a married person with a person who has a vision impairment?
I can't really say I have experience not being married to someone who is blind.
Right. I was just thinking that, you'd have to be married to two people to actually know, but yeah.
So I have had one other, I guess I had a boyfriend in high school who was sighted, so that's like my one other comparison. I don't find it to be really too different from what I imagine having a sighted partner would be like. However, a lot of the things that Zoe can't do, like driving, for example, are things that I would prefer to do anyway. So I like to say we kind of fit together like a puzzle piece. Because all the things that I have trouble with, she's really good at. We've made it work in our favor, I guess. Is a good way to say it. There's obviously like some small challenges, like we have to organize things so that I am available to drive her when she can't get a support worker for things. And it is just, it's less about us and more about other people a lot of the time, I feel like. And the other thing is, I should mention, Zoe's the first person like with any real disability that I had had as a significant part of my life. Like I hadn't really met anyone with like significant disabilities before.
Yeah.
And so there was quite a big learning curve because we were friends for a really long time before we actually got together. Yeah, I kind of learnt everything as her friend.
Yes,
and then, when we did finally get together, I kind of was already on top of it, hopefully, by that point. It was a bit of a learning curve because just things that you don't really think about until you are dealing with people with disabilities. Like I didn't notice until Zoe pointed out to me. Sometimes we'd, for example, be at the shops and people would talk to me instead of to her.
Oh, God,
and she had to pull me aside and be like, hey, can you not actually answer for me? And I hadn't even noticed that I was doing it, right?
Yes.
And so just things like that
are
a bit of a learning curve. But then as soon as it's pointed out to you, you see it everywhere.
Exactly.
And so,
Same with Gary and I too. Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah. Even bras. They'd ask him what colour bra I would like.
Oh, yeah. I know my family members, I've had to kind of tell off a little bit as well for the same thing. I remember for my uni graduation, my mother and grandmother and Zoe were there, and I had to go back to get my graduation gown ready. And my grandma asked me, with Zoe standing right next to me, oh, does she need someone to help her? And I'm like, Zoe can talk. You can ask her. It's been a bit of a learning curve, but I feel like I've gotten a bit better at it. Yeah. She's giving me the thumbs up.
You do, as time goes by. I mean, you've been together a few years now, and
so we just had our second wedding anniversary on Monday.
I know. I thought it was like 3 or 4. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Zoe said second. I said, no, you're wrong. It's got to be the third or fourth.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's a bit funny because when I moved out of home, we moved in together just as like roommates and friends.
yeah.
And so we've been living together for, I think it was about 2017. We actually moved in together just as roommates. So we
Yeah,
have been living together for nearly 10 years.
yeah. And listeners, I was invited to their wedding and it was the most beautiful day. It just was glorious.
Oh, thank you.
And
I
and
organised most of it myself, so.
yeah, and Jamie's speech just nearly brought me to tears. It was just so gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it was lovely. I'm getting the shivers. Yeah. So yeah, it's much the same as Gary's found, I think. Well, I've found too. People not talking to you straight, talking to them. Once you've got to teach them, and I get so tired of teaching other
Yeah,
people.
imagine, yeah.
I don't know if Zoe does too, but sometimes you get so tired of, oh, do I have to be the teacher again?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's more the outside world, isn't it, that brings
yeah,
problems
definitely.
in a way. Yeah, like you said, it's like two puzzle pieces fitting together, two personalities fitting together, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like what you can't do, he can do. What Zoe can't do, you can do. So
yeah,
that's the beauty of, and that's love too. That's just a true relationship, actually. So.
yeah, definitely.
You've done a university course, haven't you? You're
Yes.
qualified in, yeah.
They changed the name of it about 3 times while I was at uni. I believe the official degree that I have is a
Mm.
Bachelor of Creative Arts and New Media. And I majored
Oh,
in photography and then halfway through doing it realized that I actually hate photography, but I was in too deep to
oh,
change my major. So
yeah,
I ended
yeah,
up with the electives that I got to do, though, I ended up doing all of the classes that would have gotten me a major in sound and video production. So I still technically did all those. I just don't have it. It's just not like written on the certificate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you can help me so much with video editing and
Yeah.
the suggestions. Oh, Jamie has given me so much information about videoing, and sorry, so has Zoe, but in particular, videoing. She's helped Gary and just brought us along so well. It's, we're so appreciative of you and Zoe helping us and helping me in my project. It's
No, thanks, Liz.
yeah, and also I believe you've had a diagnosis of ADHD. And I was
Yes.
wondering, how was that, a late diagnosis or an early childhood diagnosis?
Definitely a late diagnosis. If I remember correctly, I think I got the diagnosis when I was 22-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly, but it was early to mid 20s was when I was diagnosed. I'm 27 now. So, a bit of background on ADHD in general is that up until quite recently, maybe like the last couple of years, I guess signs people would use to pick up on ADHD were based on young boys and how
Yes,
it presents in them.
yes.
People who have it but don't present that way
Mm.
weren't looked at, I guess, is the
Okay,
best way to put
yes,
it. And so the way that it presents in young girls and also women, like adult women,
yes.
is very different to the stereotypical there's a
Mm.
little boy who's chatty in class, can't sit still, bouncing off the walls, full of energy kind of thing.
Yeah,
And so I would be what I don't know what, like, I guess the politically correct terminology is, but the term that I've heard used is high masking
oh,
or high
yes.
functioning,
I've heard of
which
yes.
basically means I'm really good at pretending to be neurotypical
Yes,
when I need
yes.
to.
That's right, yes.
Yeah. So, an example, the H in ADHD stands for hyperactivity, right? So
Yes,
it's for anyone who doesn't know, it stands for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is
Yes.
what it stands for. Most people, when they see the hyperactive side of things, they think of that little boy sitting in class interrupting everyone and bouncing in his seat, right? Whereas with girls and adults, a lot of the time that hyperactivity is actually internalized. So while on the outside I could appear to just be sitting there, on the inside my brain is racing. I've got a million thoughts going all through my head. Or the other one you'll see with girls particularly is, say, on the report card, it's, oh, she does great in school, but she's very chatty.
Right.
And it's like the hyperactivity manifests as just talk, 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 talk. She's a chatterbox, which I got as a kid. But because I was high masking and I just happened to be one of those kids who just does really well at school without having to try, no one thought anything was wrong.
Yeah, it's only when they can't complete tasks and they're disruptive.
Exactly. They would see, oh, Jamie's really good at school. She's getting all A's. She never does her homework, though, and her room's always a mess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so it would manifest in ways that no one really saw as like a problem.
You're probably relaxed. Once you got home, you could unmask and just let go and just not be Miss Perfect at school, you know, like you had to mask, you took your mask off.
I sort of still had to mask at home as well because I'm the oldest of 4 kids. I have 3 younger brothers. 2 of them, so my mum had 3 kids under 3.5. And then when I was 9, my youngest brother was born. And so she had her hands full with my brothers. And because I was seen as the like good, sensible child who doesn't really need that much help from the adults because I had taken it upon myself to sort everything out by myself, I found that I still masked a lot at home as well growing up. And I should also mention, I do not blame my mother for not realizing, because at the time, like, we just did not have any information about that side of things, right? How it presents in girls and stuff. So like my mom did the absolute best that she could with the resources that she had.
Absolutely.
But it is a little bit hard looking back to be like, oh, if we had have known, like, it was really obvious if you know what you're looking for.
Yes, yes.
And it's just hard, I guess, having such a late diagnosis where I now have to like unpack my whole life and figure out how to function. That's why I kind of sought the diagnosis, was because, and everyone's like, oh, ADHD is really overdiagnosed now, and people you want to use it to get the drugs. And it's the thing is, for someone who actually has ADHD medication does not make you high.
No.
It actually makes you, it actually chills you out.
Yeah, it slows you down. Yeah, exactly. It's the opposite. Yes, we know. It's the actual opposite to what, neurotypical person took it. Might get high, but no. And that's the beauty of it. Yeah. But it is intense medication, especially for a child. You know, they can lose weight and all types of thing. But, yes, it does help them calm down and learn a bit of maths and English in the morning. It's not something you want to lie about, is it?
No, and it's very frustrating that I understand why there are a lot of regulations around stimulant medication, but it does make it very frustrating for those of us who actually need it.
Exactly.
Because I find it very ironic that I have to jump through so many hoops to get medication that actually allows me to function enough to be able to jump through those hoops.
Yes. Yes. And, so many, especially women these days, are being diagnosed.
Yes.
And, it just hasn't happened to them. They've been ADHD all their lives.
Exactly,
and knew they were different but didn't know what it was. And I'm just
Yeah.
hearing of so many ladies in their 40s
Mm.
and 50s
Yes.
being diagnosed. And just, to be diagnosed and know exactly what's going on with you,
Yeah.
it must be just such a relief, I think.
Oh, it is. And the thing was, you mentioned that like a lot of people know that they're different. The thing was,
Mm.
I didn't know I was different. I thought everybody dealt with this. They were just dealing with it better than I was.
Ah, okay.
And
Mm.
so when I would be very forgetful, as an example, at school, I would often forget that I had homework to even do, or
Right.
I would finally actually sit down and do my project, and then I'd forget to take it to school. I'd leave it on the kitchen bench, or I'd
Mm.
forget a permission slip or something like that. Like just
Mm-hmm.
little things that added up so much. And
Mm.
I didn't know that it wasn't that hard for other people.
Mm.
I just thought I was a failure in some
So
capacity.
what was it at age 22, when you thought, oh, I've got to go and see you about this. I've got to go and
Honestly, and I find
sort,
this very
sort of,
funny, I
yeah.
saw a post on social media saying, oh, if you used to be one of those quote unquote gifted kids that was really good at school without trying, and then all of a sudden it got really hard, and now you're experiencing XYZ, maybe
Mm.
look into ADHD. And I
Oh,
thought, oh, probably, like, I related to that a lot. And I thought, nah, like, I'm not that bad though. And just on a whim after that, I decided to just Google ADHD symptoms in women. And
yeah.
there was a list of about 20 things, and I had 19 of them. And I went, oh,
Okay. Okay.
okay.
Doctor.
And so I turned to Zoe and I said, hey, I think I might have ADHD. I should probably look into this. And she was
Yeah.
really supportive about it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but I went to the doctor, and I feel like the term attention deficit is a misnomer
Right. Yes.
because it implies that you're not able to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, I actually pay too much attention to everything, and I can't choose what I'm paying attention to.
Right.
A metaphor I've heard it explained with is someone who is neurotypical has all of the sensory input from the world, but they
Mm.
have an automatic filter that filters out the unimportant stuff.
Right. Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't have that filter. So
Oh, yeah.
everything for me is exactly as important, and I manually have to filter it out, which is
Gosh,
exhausting.
what a job. Yeah. That must be so exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's why we get distracted so easily, is because my brain automatically does not know to ignore that thing over there that's about to
Yes.
distract me.
Yes. Yes.
That's a big part of it. And then another thing is executive dysfunction is another big thing.
Oh,
So
what's that?
executive function
Mm.
is things like being able to plan ahead, like being able to remember, okay, I've got to do X, Y, and Z today. The ability to actually say, okay, I'm going to do this thing, and then doing it.
Yes. Right. I've got you now.
I get as
Yes.
far as saying, I'm going to do this thing,
Yeah.
and then I can't get past that point.
Yeah. 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 I got it.
So, like, that sort of like mental organization stuff, my
Yeah.
brain
Yeah.
doesn't do that on its
So
own.
you've got to organise things differently, like
Yes, so I have to
um,
write a lot of things down. If I
yes,
don't have it
yes.
written down and visually in front of me, then it
Okay.
doesn't
Yeah.
exist,
Yeah.
which is
Like a
very
diary
funny.
type thing.
Yeah, so I do have a planner
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that I have tried so many, and anyone who has ADHD will know this. You try every single planner under the sun, and you'll
Mm.
get halfway through it, and then it stops working.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I found bullet journaling planning was really good because you essentially make your own custom planner.
Yes.
So I
Okay.
use bullet journals all through like uni, and then I did a TAFE course as well in just like business admin, and so that helped me get through that a lot. But
Yeah.
now that I'm not doing a lot of like higher education stuff where I have like assignments and stuff, I've
Yes. Yeah.
switched to one of those. It's like a diary, but it's in like a little binder planner thing. And
Ah,
so I
okay.
can rearrange the pages if I need to.
Okay.
And so I keep everything in that. That's really helpful. I also, if I lost my phone, I would probably die because it's my brain. I've got a calendar in there. I can write down notes on it. It gives me reminders when I need to take my medication,
Yeah,
which,
yes.
yeah, going back to the whole thing of the medication's addictive. It's like I kind of, not really, but I sort of wish I'd get addicted to it because then I might actually remember to take it.
Yeah, yeah. You need to take it at this more or less the same time every day, or
Exactly, yeah. So
yeah,
the one that I'm on is just a slow release. So I take one in the morning and that's it. Yeah, but I have to take it. If I take it too late in the day, then I can't
yes.
sleep
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
because it's a
course.
stimulant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing, my lovely wife got me an Apple Watch, which talks to my
Oh,
iPhone. And
excellent.
so it comes up with all of my reminders and I can mark off when I've taken my medication. So I can look at my watch and be like, okay, no, I have taken my meds today. Or it'll come
That's
up
right,
with a second reminder. Yeah.
because you can forget. I know. I know. I'm sure I'm ADD. I'm sure I am ADD, or
Mm,
maybe because I'll take medication in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'll have this awful feeling. Have you taken that tablet? You know?
yeah.
And yes, I had trouble through school, but yeah, I've never been diagnosed. But
Mm.
yeah, do you have side effects to the medication?
I've tried a couple of different medications. So the process I went through to get diagnosed was I went to the GP, told them, hey, I think I have ADHD. They said, okay, cool. The general treatment for that is medication and therapy. So I
Yeah,
said, well, I'm already doing therapy, so let's look at this medication if I have
yeah,
to. I went to a psychiatrist, and the first one that I went to, I was supposed to see one person, but they weren't taking new clients at the time. So they just put me with someone else in the same practice who I
mm,
don't think specialized in ADHD.
no,
So
no.
I went through like the hour-long session, filled out the questionnaire, and they were like, so the way that you explained it like could be ADHD, but it could also maybe be like bipolar or a mood disorder or something. So we're going to put you on these mood stabilizers first, and if they don't
Oh
work, try this other one, and then you probably have ADHD. And I said,
God, no.
cool, great. So I
Oh,
took the mood stabilizers for a couple months, and all they did was made me the most crabby bitch, excuse my
yeah.
language,
Oh, yeah.
uh, that you could. I was so like irritable all of the
Yeah.
time because they were, I guess, a depressant, which is the opposite of what I would need.
Yes.
So they just made me feel worse. And so I said,
What
well,
a,
these definitely aren't working. So then I was put on a medication called Strattera, which is a non-stimulant ADHD
okay.
medication.
Oh,
And it worked okay,
mm,
but it got to the point where it wasn't working enough for
yeah,
what I
right.
needed it to. And I had started like missing meetings at work and things like
Um,
that. And so I went back to my doctor and said, can I please try a stimulant?
yes.
Because this just is not working for me.
Yep.
And the price was, I think, if I remember correctly, the Strattera was costing me $100 a month
Good God. Oh,
for
my God.
something that wasn't really
And
working.
it wasn't working. No.
Exactly.
Um,
And
yeah.
so then I went back to my GP. They organized a follow up with a different psychiatrist who did
Um,
specialize in ADHD.
yeah. Yeah.
And because they said, look, if we're going to put you on stimulants, the letter that the previous one sent us didn't actually state a diagnosis. They just said, try these medications. And if you try this other one and it works, you probably have ADHD. But there was no, yes,
Yeah.
this person has ADHD,
Diagnosis. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so thankfully the second one was very good, and he talked to me for an hour and basically just said, look, I believe you. Here's a script for Vyvanse.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And then, funnily enough, maybe a couple months after that, there was a Vyvanse shortage
Oh,
and
no.
you could not get it anywhere. So there was, that was a whole other thing that I
Oh,
don't know if we
God.
have time to go into that. But yeah, so
Was that
it's been a
during
bit of a struggle.
was that during the pandemic?
It was just afterwards, but what had
Oh,
happened
okay. Yeah.
was, so Vyvanse was made by a company, or it still is made by a company in America.
Yes. Yeah.
And the patent for the medication had just run out. So before you could not get a
Ah.
generic version because they had the patent for it, but the
Yes.
patent had run
Yes.
out, so they could start making generic versions of it.
Generics. Yep.
But
Yep.
there was a gap between when the patent ended and when the generic started
Yep.
being
Yeah.
made. And so there was, like, because of different issues
Yeah. Yeah.
relating
Yeah.
to that, there
Mm.
was a shortage of it. And
Yeah.
so I ended up having to go to a higher dose than what I'm normally on,
Oh.
and figured out that while it does help, it also makes me very anxious,
Yeah.
and is too
Oh.
high of a dose for me.
Yes.
So
Yes.
related, sorry, this is the other thing. ADHD, I'm going to go off on tangents. So
Oh,
please
no, no,
stop me and
please.
bring me back.
I'm learning more,
The
and
the original
yeah,
question I think was, do I have any side effects?
yeah, yes.
And the answer is yes. If I have too high of a dose, I also have like anxiety, not like a
Okay.
diagnosed anxiety disorder or anything, but like I've been to therapy for anxiety. So
Yes, yeah.
I do have some kind of anxiety stuff.
But I think
So
we all do, Dal. I
yeah,
think
I feel
we
like
all
if you
do.
don't these days, like I think
Yeah,
that there's
what's
something
wrong with
wrong with you
you?
then. Yeah, so it makes my anxiety a lot worse. I tend to
Yeah.
get like
But you
I
don't
used
you don't have nausea or anything like that, or
not
not
really.
wanting to eat, properly and
Yeah,
things like that.
yeah,
Mm.
I don't really get that too much. I've
Mm-hmm.
noticed it's helped. I used to overeat a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Because I wouldn't eat because I was hungry. I'd eat because I was bored and needed some kind of
Yes.
stimulation because I was
Yes.
understimulated. And so I
Uh-huh.
used to just like be constantly eating even though I didn't need to. So I found it's actually helped with that.
Oh, good. Mm.
I do find that if I am on too high of a dose or if I have, say, too much caffeine, I describe it as I feel like I'm full of bees because my whole
Okay.
body feels like it's buzzing and like
Yeah,
vibrating.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like too much coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it
Ah,
was quite funny when I went on the Vyvanse to start with, because before, and with the Strattera, because it's not a stimulant, I could drink pretty much caffeine as I wanted, and it would actually like chill me out
okay.
because I needed that stimulant, right?
Mm,
And so I
yes.
would be able to sleep fine. And then I went on the Vyvanse and I got like an iced tea or something
Oh,
like
yes.
in the
With the
afternoon with the caffeine,
yeah,
right?
caffeine in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it had caffeine in it. And
Yeah.
I drank it at maybe like 3 p.m. because that was fine before.
Ah,
And then
yes, yes.
I could not sleep until 2 a.m.
Oh
And
my
I was like,
God.
oh, caffeine actually works on me now because
Yeah.
I'm taking these medications
Yeah.
that I have a proper baseline.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have had to be careful around that now. So I have
yes.
rules where like I'm only allowed to have one caffeinated drink a day and it has to be before lunchtime
Yes.
because
Yes.
otherwise I won't be able to sleep.
You want to sleep? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Oh, no, no. It's so important to get a good night's sleep, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, which we've all learned about.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, good. I've learned a lot there today about the girls versus the boys
Yeah.
because you really, at school, you don't, when your children are going to school, you see all these little boys,
Yeah.
as I did, there might be five little boys in one class and
Mm.
and they call them naughty,
Yeah.
they're disruptive. I just never heard of any little girls with it, but I know they must have been there. But
Yes.
they were doing this masking thing,
Yeah.
and
So what you'll normally see is all those girls who were like probably quiet in class but were always like daydreaming or
yes.
not really paying attention. So instead of being bounced around, being disruptive, they were keeping to themselves, but they were like not focusing whatsoever.
Yeah.
I was that kid.
Yeah, gotcha. And I don't know. I think it's always been around, but just not
Yeah.
diagnosed, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely been around. And also, I think I could go off on a whole tangent about this as well, but I'll keep it short. I think
Yeah.
the world that we live in today is a
Yeah.
lot less friendly
Yes.
to people with neurodivergence, whether it's ADHD, autism, that sort of stuff,
Oh,
because it's
absolutely.
very overstimulating.
Mm.
So back in the day, when people say, "Oh, it's all new, it's never been around before," well, before we were called changelings.
Yeah.
So in folklore, if you think about what a changeling is, it's often described as, "Oh, this sweet little child has been taken away and then replaced with this devil child."
Oh, right. Yeah,
Off with the
yeah.
fairies. They're misbehaving now. They always go, they're like really weird now.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if you
yeah.
look at that pattern, that is exactly how things like autism and ADHD would present in children, because once they hit a
Oh,
certain age, they stop being quote unquote normal children
yes,
and they
yes,
start doing weird things.
yes. Okay.
Or the alternative, there's like that side of things. There's also, oh, little Johnny's a bit weird, but like he's really good at just herding the sheep.
Ah,
Or little Janie is very quiet and keeps to herself and does things, but she's great on the loom and weaving
yeah,
and things because it's a
yeah.
repetitive task.
Yes,
You
yes.
see?
Yeah,
And
yep.
so yeah, nowadays we have a name for that instead of just, oh, that weird child.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. But there's just so many more people in the world, and
Yeah.
the world is moving faster, and
Yes.
everything's just so much faster and
Yeah.
harder for people to keep up. Schools expect a lot more of children
They do.
in a lot of ways. Instead of just learning what you need to learn, like, English, like reading and writing and maths, and
Mm.
there's all other things, isn't there? There's a lot crammed into a day. And then you're
Yes.
expected to do another hours of homework, which I've
Yeah.
always hated homework.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
children are
I was terrible at doing homework.
Yeah, children are meant to play and relax when they get home
Yeah,
from school. Play
exactly.
is so important to children's
It
growth.
is.
Really is. Yeah.
If you'd like, I can talk very quickly about some of the accessibility stuff that we do at home.
Oh, yes,
I
yes,
figured that
please
would
do.
probably be,
Yes.
because I like to
Yeah.
joke that we have every single piece of accessibility thing enabled that you
I'm
can,
sure.
because Zoe's accessibility needs and my accessibility needs are the opposite,
Yes.
because obviously she can't see. So, for example, when we watch a movie, we will have audio description on if it's
Oh,
available.
yes. Oh, how
But
do you
then,
feel about that? How do
see,
you feel about
I actually like it now
it?
that I'm kind of used to it,
You got used to
because
it. Yeah, right.
yeah, I forget that it's there half the time. But I don't mind it. But the other thing is I need subtitles, because
Oh,
I don't have any issues in terms of like my hearing is fine, but
yes, yeah.
ADHD comes with this thing called auditory processing issues.
Right.
And what that means is I will hear you talk to me, but my brain
Yes.
has not processed a word you just said.
Processed it. Oh, so you're happier reading it. You can read
I can hear
fast.
better if I can also read it.
Wow.
Or when I'm talking to somebody, if I can't look at their mouth and I guess lip read at the same time that I'm listening, I find it
Yes.
a lot harder to understand what someone's saying.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
No, I've
we have,
never heard of that.
yeah,
Hmm.
so that's something. And then also, as I think I said before, if something isn't visually in front of me, if I can't see it, it kind of doesn't exist,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
So my house looks terribly messy and cluttered,
Yeah.
but that's because I like to say it's organized clutter, because everything is out in the open visually where I can see it. And if I can see it, I know where it is.
Okay.
So I won't lose it.
You haven't hidden it away. So
exactly.
Yeah,
but if I put it all organized nicely in a drawer and you can't see it, I will forget that it's there.
You'll forget about it.
Or I will not know where it is. And we have lots of whiteboards around the house where I can just write things down. So it's right in front of me. Like our fridge has a whiteboard on it that has a bunch of things that are in the fridge with use by dates on them.
Oh, great.
So that I know that there are vegetables in the crisper that are going to go off if I don't cook them.
Yeah, or jars of things. Which
exactly.
I'm terrible at jars of stuff. I'm terrible.
So just little things like that. And then we also have like a Google Home thing that will tell us things. Like I'll set reminders on it, and setting timers on it is good. So that's something that works for both Zoe and me, is because it's voice controlled. We can both just audibly or verbally, set the timer and things like that. And that's an audible thing. I also I've got one of the ones that has a screen on it in the bedroom because I need a visual clock, because I have this thing called time blindness, which basically means I cannot tell you if it has been 5 minutes or an hour. It's either now or it's not now, is how my brain works, which all wraps up into the executive function issues where like I don't know. And so my brain is it works very black and white. It's either now or it's not now. I either have money or I don't have money. It's very hard for things like budgeting and saving for long-term goals is really difficult.
Yeah.
Because my brain is so black and white.
Yeah. It's like you've lost the in-between.
Exactly.
And you have to find ways of finding the in-betweens.
Exactly. And Zoe has been so supportive and so helpful, and she's learned a lot about ADHD for me. Like I've learned a lot about how to help a blind person for her. Just little things like she'll just ask me as a reminder. She'll be like, oh, did you do this thing? But she won't. She does it in a way that doesn't create shame, which is a big thing.
Absolutely know exactly what you're talking about.
Where
she has never made me feel that she's impatient with me. Yeah. And she might get off the phone and knock her head on the wall.
Oh, I promise you she does not do that with you, Liz.
She has never once in all the years we've worked together, and I have repeatedly asked her questions because I forget. And
she lives with it, so you're a breeze compared to me, Liz. I will ask her the same question a million times, and I'll say to her, hey, I've asked this already, but can you remind me what this was again? And she very patiently says, yeah, it's this.
No, she is the best. You guys are just the best, you know.
Thank you.
I love her so much, you know.
Me too. That's why I married her.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm so glad you did get together. You know, it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
But her brain doesn't switch off. She's always thinking.
Oh, yeah.
She's brilliant. How to help
She wouldn't
people.
say it, but she's the most clever, caring person I have ever met.
Oh, she is. I tell her all the time. Don't worry if you don't tell her.
I definitely do.
No, she's very smart, and very patient, and the best teacher anyone could ever have. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful I come across her right at the right time.
Yeah.
And she's just brought me along. It's just amazing how she's brought me along and what I'm up to now, you know, what I'm
what you're doing, Liz, is amazing. And every time, like, I'll tell people, like, oh, yeah, I edit videos for this YouTube channel, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, like, what kind of things? And when I explain what My Talking Kitchen is, they're always so interested, and they think it's just so cool.
Oh, they're normal-sided people, aren't they?
Exactly,
They are interested, I've, come across people outside too, and I tell them, and they go, oh, my God, what's it called? Do you know? And they get onto it straight away, and I think it's great. So I think it'll be helping not only vision-impaired people, but ordinary people out there in the world to see that we're not dumb. We might be blind, we mightn't be able to see, but we can have a normal life, or so-called normal life, can't we?
Definitely.
We can be married and have children and travel and do all sorts of things, work.
And the way that you present yourself in the videos, I feel like is also really important, because I feel like a lot of the time when it comes to niche things to do with disabilities like that, it often is very sanitized and corporate feeling almost. Whereas you're so relaxed and I'm glad that you've let me kind of put some humor and keep some of your mistakes in the video, because I think it's important to show stuff like that.
I want to have humor in there. Yeah.
100%. If I ever put anything in that's too far or you don't like it, please do tell me.
No, I just laugh at them now.
Yeah.
Like one of them I'll be sending to you soon. It's sausage rolls.
Yep.
And I knew I shouldn't do this. I made an egg wash in a mug. That could be easily tipped over. I knew from the beginning I should have put it in a bowl that I could dab the brush into. But no, I put it in this mug. Yep. And, near the end, it tips over the edge of the bench, and it's like this waterfall of egg and milk. And I just looked up at the camera and laughed. I just thought, okay, yeah.
I look forward to getting that one.
Yeah. I'm just going to accept it. Yeah.
Right, I'll make sure when this is put out, when this one's put out, when both videos are out, I'll link that sausage roll one to this video so that people can look up in the top. I think it's the top right-hand corner. There'll be like a little link here once the video is out.
Oh, good one. Yeah. So, bloopers. I like bloopers. I like that sort of thing. And, hiding, well, it's not a mistake. It's just a little accident,
Yeah.
Hiding those sort of things. That's no use doing that, Like I knew I should have done it a different way, put it in a bowl. But no, stubborn. Oh, I'll be right.
Yep. Oh, it's fine. It's optimistic, Liz.
Yeah, exactly.
You're optimistic. That's a good quality.
What other talking equipment does Zoe have at home?
So we have a talking set of scales for the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
We don't have a talking microwave like yours, but I did just get a new microwave, and I made sure to get one that had actual... Do you know how hard it is to find a microwave with tactile buttons on it nowadays? They're all like touch-screeny ones.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
It's awful. They're all going to this flat screen.
Yeah.
Occasionally you will find
I'm assuming it's cheaper to make, but it's ridiculous. Yeah, so we don't have too many talking piece of equipment, but I'm when I'm just buying general things for the house, I will do my best to make sure there's tactile stuff. So we have an air fryer, and again, I specifically wanted one that had tactile knobs on it that are I don't know what the right word is, but the ones that click as you change the settings, not just the smooth slide of the knob.
No. Exactly.
Things like that. I try and make sure it's got things like that when it's something that both Zoe and I are going to use. I'll make sure there's some kind of tactile, because she does have a level of vision.
Yes.
Where if she looks close enough, she'll be able to see
it, something. So, I agree. Those click type things, 1-2 clicks and you're on such a degrees, and they're great.
And we have a gas stove, which Zoe prefers not to use gas stoves just because it's a bit tricky and because it's not really tactile, the one that we have.
Yeah.
The burners on it. And so we also have just an electric fry pan, which is, again, a lot easier and a lot safer. She feels a lot safer using that. And we're looking at getting just one of those little induction burner things.
I tell you what, they're great. It's great.
I think you can get a talking one of those. So she's looking into that as well.
Yes, you can. It's brilliant. It'll only fit one big pan on it, or one big pot, or a little pot, or whatever. But, to make a nice pot of soup or a stew or a fry pan full of stuff, it works perfectly. Oh, it's just so great. And there's no heat around it.
Exactly,
on the plate to burn yourself. Yes, your pan gets hot, but that's got to get hot to cook your food. I think you'll love it. Yeah, I think you'll love it. Oh, well, thank you, Jamie. This lovely talk. It's been
Yeah, no
fantastic.
worries.
We've covered a lot of stuff. I hope
Yeah.
people will be interested. I'm sure they will be. And thank you for opening up to your ADHD
Yeah, no worries.
and living with Zoe.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Liz.